How's it going? Today is 23rd of February, Friday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. Something myself I'm interested in because of coffee, right? I have spoken with a number of coffee producers, farmers who do grow coffee, right? Some of those would be from Ethiopia. One of the biggest problems there would be logistical issues. There, as of my limited understanding, there isn't a seaport within Ethiopia, right? They would need to use other ports, then the quantity would need to increase, right? So if you would like to purchase a coffee, it would be you not necessarily would be depending on how much coffee we're talking about, right? You would need to purchase containers and containers of coffee, right? And there's a lot of issues if Ethiopia do not have seaports, right? So I think I have seen something on the papers, right, about Ethiopia trying to offer one of the two biggest routes that they can offer. That would be airport and port. So they might put a thing together. I think I covered that previously, right? They might offer some percentage of income, and or business people might put thing together, right? Where Ethiopia would have access to sea, right? So let's take a look at some of the news articles and see how accurate that information is, right? Since the same topic has been covered by a number of articles. I'll try to take a look at one of those. If I'll see it would be misleading, I'll stop reading all the information from this article. Ethiopia and Somaliland reach agreement over access to ports, naval and all commercial access to Somaliland's coast granted in exchange for recognition of public independence. Okay. There might be something, right? Let's. It's over the month long, right? There's some article that was published just a few days ago. Let's start with this and let's progress from there. Ethiopia has signed a deal guaranteeing naval and all commercial access to ports along Somaliland's coast in exchange for recognition for a breakaway republic independence has been announced. The Somali government, which has long held that Somaliland remains a part of the country, announced that it will call an emergency meeting of the cabinet in response to memorandum of understanding. According to state news agency SONA. Okay. Speaking at the press conference in the Ethiopia capital, Addis Ababa, after his meeting with the country's prime minister, uh, Abiy Ahmed, Somaliland President Muse Bihi said, "We are pleased to announce that we and what to express guarantee that Prime Minister Ethiopia, according to our agreement written here, that we will give 20 kilometers of sea, they will be recognized as." Okay, so let's begin with this article. Let's progress to the next one. Let's take a look at this article. Something that was published. Previous one was, I think it was a month ago. Most recent one was published 2 hours ago. Somalia will defend itself if Ethiopia seals illegal port deal, President says. Uh, by Julia Baravici. Okay. Mogadishu uh, reiterates Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed said his country will defend itself if Ethiopia goes ahead with the deal to set up a naval base in the breakaway region of Somaliland and possibly recognize the territory as independent state. Lock, Landlocked Ethiopia agrees to a memorandum of understanding on January 1st to lease 20 kilometers or 12 miles to coastline in Somaliland, a territory that Somalia says it owns, even though the northern region has enjoyed effective autonomy since 1991. Ethiopia says it will want to set up a naval base there and offer a possibility to recognize Somaliland in exchange for promoting defend response from Somalia and fears the deal could further destabilize the Horn of Africa, right? Let's take a look at what else is happening in the region, right? Well, let's take a look at what's happening in some of those articles, right? This article was published recently, last week 16, last Friday, right? So 7 days ago. U.S. to build 5 well-equipped military bases for Somali Army's commando force to combat terrorism. Okay, so so about how much money are we talking about? Basically, that's what I'm interested in. How much would additional having seaport for what government would actually bring in capital Ethiopia, right? We're talking about a seaport. How much money are we talking about, right? Since there's a lot of things happening in the region, right? Memorandum of understanding signed by Somali Defense Minister. Okay, so now we're taking a look at Somali Defense Minister. Okay. Nor and US charge the Farsi Mongadi, I can't pronounce it right, with a senior official from both sides presented. Okay, let's take a look at this article quickly, right? Let's take a look at the map. Where is Horn of Africa? Where's Somalia, right? And next to Somalia, we have Ethiopia, right? Who looking to improve local economies, right? Bringing more trade, more. If anything, myself and others would be having access to some of the coffee or other products, perhaps produced within Ethiopia, perhaps, right? Those products can be produced anywhere else, right? Doesn't matter. But that could be just an example, right? And what Ethiopia is looking to achieve is to secure port, right? It's something that was outlined 20 kilometers, right? And so many different things happening in the region. I think everything will come back to how much money are we talking about, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I published a book that will be game strategy. It's something in the book that I'm taking a look at, and perhaps taking a look at supply chain, right? Depending what kind of products yourself you might be interested in, and where those products might be produced. That might be just limited places based on altitude, right? Where in the world some coffee can be produced, right? And I thought it might be interesting. Everything what's happening in the world, right? That was just an example. It's something I'm sharing in the book. That would be some of the concepts, doing a lot of research and trying to understand where things are. And from there, phase 1, progressing to phase 2, taking action based on the information and setting up a company, as well as phase 3, that would be potentially reallocating resources and begin investing with all 3 different phases. Is something I'm taking a look at the book, and I'm looking to share this book with as many people as I can. There's going to be a QR code in the corner company's website below. Again, that would be myself just trying to put the dots together, right? I don't know about exactly what parts are they talking about. Are they talking about building those bases? Is something I'm trying to find. They might not be interested in publishing that information, right? If anything else, the Somaliland is at top, right, at the 12, and we can take a look at west. That will be Puntland, right, as well as at the bottom you might have where as of now a lot of conflicts are happening. But either way, that will be my limited understanding and trying to make sense of everything what's happening in the world, right? We talk about trade, we talk about building a lot of military bases, and I'm trying to make sense of all this information, right? Let's progress to the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next one.